Hello everyone, and welcome to the third installment of my Python tutorial series. In this video, I will be talking about variables, what they are used for, and how to create and manipulate them. So let's just jump right into it. So we're in VS Code right now. What we're going to do is create a new file. So we'll just name it tutorial. You can name it whatever you want, but I just go with this. And make sure you add the .py extension, like how we did in the first video. So yeah, tutorial.py. So what are variables? So variables are containers where you store data in. So let's create one real quick. So a equals hello world. So right now, this statement right here is a variable. A is the variable, and hello world is what's being taken in this variable. So right now, A is equal to hello world. So if we go right now and print A, and then we run it in the terminal, we just wait a bit, then it will print out hello world, since we are printing out A, and A stores hello world. So that's actually all variables are. Variables, what can they be used for? Well, if you have like a very long like Python script, let's say, and you have like one of the same number, but you want to change that number, so you just put that number inside a variable, and you could just change whatever's in the variable. So hold on. So let's say A equal 1. So, and then we have like print A, print A, print A. So we have all these will all print 1, but let's say we want to change all these values to 2. And there, so they will all be 2. But so instead of putting them inside quotations and just saying 2, then we will have to change all of them if we want to change the number. So instead, we can just put it in a variable, and we can just print it out like that. And it's a lot more simpler than changing a whole bunch of numbers. Alright, now we will be talking about data types. So data types, what are they? Data types are types of data which you store in a variable. So let's say I got a variable A equal 1. Right now, this A takes in 1, and 1 is an int, an int, integer. So other programming languages need you to specify the data type before actually inputting the data. But the case in this case with Python, we don't have to specify the data. Python automatically knows what data type it is. So, but I mean, it's still useful to learn them though. So this is an integer right here. Number 1 is an integer. Now let's create a new variable. Let's just do 1.1. Right here, this is a float or a double. So both of those data types can store decimal numbers. Floats can store up to 6 to 7 decimal digits, and doubles can store up to 15 decimal digits. Now we will go on to the next one, which is C. Right here, C is a string. A string is basically with double quotes in them. So like, it's basically what you print out to the console. A string always has double quotes at the start of whatever's inside it and at the end. Next data type will be a Boolean. So a Boolean is basically true or false. Now you might not know what these keywords mean, but we will get into them later. True and falses are actually pretty useful for when we get into more programming, but that's another tutorial. So that's going to be the end of this video. Now you know everything about variables, and I will see you in the next video.